What's up guys, it's Jazz with the Neurodivergent Dog Trainer again, and today we are going to be going over another basic command, which is going to be your down. You'll hear me refer to it as settle because down has been confused with these two because they hear it a lot when they're jumping on things instead of the word off like we were planning on using. So that being said, down is a wonderful position because it's a very calming position. Around a dog's rib cage, they have a bunch of pressure points, and if you've ever wondered why thunder shirts work in reducing anxiety, it's because they actually put pressure on those pressure points. Getting a dog to lay down, especially whenever they like toss their back legs out or they like fully collapse into that down, that is when they're going to be the most relaxed. It's also just a nice position. If you ever see a dog chilling, they're almost always in a down. How we like to sit, dogs like to lay down. So that being said, let's get into teaching the down. The first step to a down is a sit. Almost everybody starts this way because it's very efficient. Because again, where the nose goes, the butt's gonna follow. The nose is already up, the butt's already on the ground, you're halfway done. So now we're going to take our treat and pinch it between our fingers so they can sniff at it. Put the treat directly on the nose. And they're gonna nibble at it, so you make sure your hands are warm if you're working outside because otherwise it's gonna hurt. Then we're just gonna pull the nose very slowly to the ground and then push it back. And see, she just kind of falls because that's how she does it. But she does try to paw it out. So now she's here. Yes, I gave her the treat and now she gets all the pets. And now you can see, obviously she's very stressed right now. Okay, oh, you're very camera shy though. That was adorable. And now we're going to do this again. So we're going to go into a sit. Ow. So there's the sit. And now treat to the nose. We're going to go, yes. Now as you can see, she's a very floppy dog. So she does flop a lot. Now I'm going to tell her, okay. And we're gonna move this way because you're actually not on the main camera, so the only feed right now is from my phone. So now, since she is flopping so quickly, before we do the lure, we're gonna give her the command. And like I said, I use the word settle because down has gotten copped for another thing. So we're gonna go settle, lure down. The second she collapses all the way. So what I mean by that is there we go. See how her butt's up in the air still? We don't want that. So we're just gonna hold the lure at the ground because she knows this. And I'm just gonna wait for her to figure this one out. Which means I'm gonna be at this awkward angle for a little bit. And my hand's gonna hurt by the end because, again, it's cold and she's nipping at me. Okay, so this is obviously not working. So what do you do in this situation? You reset. So you're gonna come up, you're gonna shake it off, and get her attention back. Hey. Let her know you still have the treat. Put her back in a sit. Oh, I messed up. Settle. And then just go straight down with it. And there she collapsed that time. So, she gets her treat, and she gets the yes, and we get the love because we want her to stay in this position until we release her. At which point we're going to say, okay, and have her back up when she decides to. She has total freedom to stay in this position. The point of the release command is now she can get up. She has to hold it until I tell her that word. So I already said it, so I'm just waiting on her to get up. And we're going to do this one more time. Here, sit. Yes. Settle. Yes. Good, settle. So you can see here she's got her back legs and everything, so I'm going to give her that treat. And we're going to keep petting her. So she gets up there. But because we are still in the luring phase here, I am going to get another treat. However, she's not going to get the treat for laying down this time. We're just going to use the treat to get her back into position. So there we have the full flop. I'm actually going to give her that treat because she did respond very quickly. So full flop, get all the pets, and then I'm going to tell her, okay. And I always try to say okay at least a couple seconds like a couple milliseconds after I stop petting her. If you guys are liking this video and you're getting anything out of it, please make sure to hit that like button. If you want to see more dog training content from a neurodivergent perspective, hit that subscribe button. What's our signal going to be on this one? Eventually, I want it to be where I just point with a downward motion. Obviously, we're a bit of ways away from that. So how do we get that from this lure? Well, glad you asked. So we're going to take the lure straight down. Good settle. Yes. Good settle. So that lure straight down. I did not tell you could get up. That lure straight down. We're going to slowly increase its intensity. There you go. Sometimes I push her over because she's struggling. We're just going to slowly increase that intensity of the zoop so that eventually it can become that. The reason it's this right now is because we have the treat in our hand. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. Settle. So obviously she does not know that word yet. So we're going to remind her with the command. Or we're going to remind her of the command with the motion. And the reason I say she obviously doesn't know it yet is because she's just staring at me with that look of, I don't know what you just said. And I'm not sure what you're trying to get me to do. Okay. So, obviously there's still some troubleshooting work with these guys on their settle. It's not nearly as fluid as their sits are. They don't have to do it as often either. Usually they're laying down because they're playing with a toy, or they're relaxing outside, or they're just relaxing inside. And it's not usually a command that I have to give them. That being said, that's on me to say it more often and follow it up with what they're actually supposed to do so that they do it on command. So that's on me as the trainer that I haven't done that with them yet. The thing is, you don't want to keep saying the words. I want to go settle, 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 settle. And I'm saying it off so she doesn't hear exactly what I'm saying. But you don't want to keep repeating that word because then the word loses its value and meaning, and the dog's learning to ignore you. So again, I'm going to say settle, lure down, yes, good settle, good settle. Did not like that. I know the geese surprised you, but you're still not supposed to pop up. Good settle, yes, good settle. Want the belly rubs? You do like your belly rubs. Okay, as you can see, it's kind of wet out today, so I'm actually going to take her back in because, again, it's cold and I don't want her to stay out here while she's cold and wet too much. So, that being said, if you guys like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and a like, and if you want more content from dog training from a neurodivergent standpoint, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys next week. Bye. Ooh, that dog got your attention. Oh, no. Corgis came out. Dolly. Dolly, target. Yes, good girl. That was actually pretty cool. I wish I had the camera pointed the other way. She actually just targeted from the other side of the yard while her friends across the fence were outside.